Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning viewers. We are going to see about the upcoming Rahu Ketu transit, which is going to take place on April 12th, 2022, where Rahu moves from Taurus to Aries and Ketu moves from Scorpio to Libra. As you know, the Rahu Ketu moves in the anti-clockwise direction. Now we will be seeing for each and every zodiac sign the effect of Rahu Ketu transit for the next 1.5 years. So this transit takes place on April 12th and Rahu will stay there till October 2023. So this 1.5 years, Rahu will be placed in Aries and Ketu will be placed in Libra. So people might think they'll give a lot of ill effects. Some people might think it will give good effects. But one has to understand that the Rahu Ketu transit, the Saturn transit or the yearly transit, all this will have effects up to 15 to 20%. Basically, the individual horoscope having the current Mahadasa and Antardasa will have the maximum effect, that is up to 80%. So one need not have to worry about all these transits. Also, some people might say that I am in Aries, so when Rahu comes to Aries, then it will give me a lot of problem. Some may think that okay, is in Libra Ketu comes, so it will give me a lot of good things. Actually, one has to understand that each and every person will be there under a particular nakshatra, and in that nakshatra it will be in particular nakshatra path. So when you calculate about a zodiac sign, the total number of nakshatras, it will have 3 nakshatras, and totally 9 nakshatra padas will be there in a particular zodiac sign. When you consider the total Rahu Ketu period, transit period of 18 months on a particular transit period, so if you divide that 18 months by 9 nakshatra padas, each nakshatra pada will have a duration of 2 months. So the ill effect or the good effect will have impact only up to 2 months, when actually the Rahu Ketu moves on to the particular nakshatra pada. So there is no need to worry about all these transit of Rahu Ketu under. At the same time, when Rahu or Ketu is associated with a positive planets like Jupiter, Venus or rising moon, etc., then there won't be any much difficulties. But at the same time, if Rahu or Ketu is associated or aspected by evil planets like Saturn or Mars, then they may have some bad effects also. Depends upon the particular person's horoscope. If the person is having a very good Mahadasa and Antardasa running, he may not have much bad effects. But at the same time, if a person is not having a proper Mahadasa and Antardasa running, then they may have some ill effects also. We will be seeing for each and every zodiac sign, there will be a separate video. If you are new to this channel, keep it subscribed so that you will get all my updates instantly. Now let us see on the day of the transit Rahu Ketu, what are all the planetary positions and the general prediction. On April 12th, 2022, around 1:48 p.m., you can see the Rahu transit takes place, where Rahu moves from Taurus to Aries. As per the Kala Purusha Tattva, it is the first house, and Ketu moves from Scorpio to Libra, which is the 7th house as per the Kala Purusha Tattva. When you see on the day 1, that the moment the Rahu Ketu transit takes place, Rahu moves to the first house, where the lord of the first house, Mars, is very strong at the 11th house of Rahu. So we can say that a lot of good things can happen during this year. Rahu and Ketu will work in a way that it occupies the house, and it will do the duties of the like a house owner of that particular zodiac sign. So it will take the responsibility of the house, of the lord of the house, and it will react to that way. And secondly, it will also give effects based on the nakshatra it is traveling. So you have to see both the things. That is, the first priority is given to the house, and the second priority given to the nakshatra it works. Now in the first house, as you see, Mars is very strong. It is associated with the positive planets like Venus as well as Jupiter. As we generally say, the first impression is always a best impression. So during this particular Rahu Ketu period, it looks very much positive. So a lot of positive things can happen this year. There may be good land reforms may introduced and there will be a lot of changes in the buying and selling of land. So we can expect a lot of improvements in buying and selling of land, and there will be good movement in the construction field. A lot of people may get good opportunities in the construction field. Also in medicinal field there will be good improvements. A lot of good medicines may come, and there will be a demand for the doctors, and some of the doctors may get good names and fame during this particular year. Also, as we have seen in this 2022 New Year, which is more predominantly for the women. So Ketu moves on the 7th house, and the Lord of 7th house Venus is also associated in the 11th house. So which seems to be highly profitable. So we can expect a lot of good things happening for the women. So a lot of good women entrepreneurs may come up this year. A lot of good opportunities in the film industries for the youngsters, especially for the women artists. So we can see a lot of good actors coming out, being good singers, good painters, dancers. So a lot of good things can happen for the women, working women also. During the day, when the Rahu Ketu transit takes place, the star seems to be Maha, and the zodiac sign being Leo, and 9th house where Rahu stays when compared from the zodiac sign. So it will have some effects, ill effects for the traditional people who believe in spirituality. There may be some conflicts, there may be some tough time for them. So there are days where the temples may be closed, and they may not be allowed to worship, and they may not be allowed to practice certain rituals like that. So they may face certain problems on that particular area. But as you see, that land seems to be more strong this particular year. Lot of discoveries may happen during this year, so a lot of good things can take place, and there may be more discoveries, there may be more findings about our ancient history. So a lot of things we can expect during this year, as Mars is very strong when the Rahu Ketu transit takes place. Also Rahu indicates a technology, so we can expect a lot of improvements in the technology side also. A lot of good new things can come up during the next 1.5 years, and be good improvements also, except certain cases where there will become conflict between the life partners as well as some business associates, as Ketu is there in the strong 7th house. Whenever it is not being aspected by a positive planet, there may be some problems. Other than that, this Rahu Ketu we can expect a lot of positivity. As you see during this initial time, Rahu is associated with Mercury, as Mercury is a standalone planet, seems to be highly positive. So Rahu turns out to be more positive in that day one itself, and in Moon seems to be at Leo, and Ketu is at Libra, and Saturn being a ruler at Capricorn, and in Aquarius there is a good conjunction of planets, Venus, Mars and Jupiter, and in 12th house Pisces where Sun is there. So this is a portion of planet during the Rahu Ketu transit. Now we will be seeing for each and every zodiac sign a separate video, for which the effect of Rahu Ketu as a whole on the particular house as well as for individual nakshatra will be seeing separately. Taurus, the second zodiac sign as per the Kalapurusha Tattva. For Taurus, this transit of Rahu and Ketu will be very good for Taurus, as Rahu moves away from the 1st house to 12th house, and Ketu moves from 7th house to 8th house. So seems to be very much positive for them. So far they might have faced a lot of problems in the family life. Even there would be problems in business, there will be disturbances in the family life, problems with their friends. All these issues will come to an end the moment this Rahu Ketu transit takes place. Rahu in 12th house is associated with Mercury, which is responsible for the 2nd and 5th house. Those who are working with communication as a base in their work can get good improvements during this transit. Some may get foreign opportunities, they can get associated with the foreign companies and find good growth also. Those doing business using social media network can also find good improvements during this period. Taurus is the house of Venus. Those who are associated with the arts, dance and drama can also find good opportunities during this Rahu Ketu transit. During the initial period of transit, as the Venus is very strong in the 10th house, and 10th house indicates workplace, So we can expect lot of job opportunities during this period. Those who are jobless can get suitable job placements during this Rahu Ketu transit. Those who are working as teachers, who educate others, who train others, can also find good improvements. Some of the young candidates can get jobs in schools as teachers, professors or lecturers in colleges. Those teaching dance, music and instruments can also get good benefits in this Rahu Ketu transit. The transit of Ketu will help them a lot of pilgrimage tours, do some charity work, do donations etc. during this particular transit. Some may get good opportunities to work in temples and do services there. Some may get a chance to visit their family temples during the transit period. Those who are unmarried for long may get good marriage alliances and settle down in their life after this Rahu Ketu transit. Some may get chances to get married with a partner from other sect or religion. Divorcees may also get chance for a second marriage during this period. Some of them will find good improvements from their health perspectives. They come up with full confidence and work with more courageously and with more enthusiastically during this period. Some can find good improvements in purchasing of assets, chances of buying own house or a land or a vehicle. Some may purchase shares and sell it in a good price during this period. Some may look forward in doing business with their father or elder brothers during this period. From April to September, some leaders in politics may face a lot of problems also, and some may miss out winning chances. As Rahu and Sano are very close during this period, the initial few months seems to be very tough and it may give mental stress, and some of them may face certain health issues also during this period. Children will study well after the September and they listen to their parents and give good support to their parents. Some of the children may show interest in learning arts, music, dance, etc. and they join in schools to learn as per their interest. Some will join in sports and show their talents, and this may be the stepping stone for the future also. Business like medicines and catering business could yield good results for this particular zodiac sign from October. There will be good improvements in cell phone and network based technologies. Some may purchase latest cell phones, get good comforts also during this Rahu Ketu transit period. Those who are working in army, navy and military forces, there are chances to get good awards during this particular period and their work will get appreciated by the seniors. So for Taurus, we can say this Rahu Ketu transit can yield them from 85 to 95% positive results. Now let us see the nakshatras of this particular zodiac sign. For Taurus, Kritika Pada 2, 3, 4, Rohini star and Mrigashirisha star Pada 1 and 2 forms the cluster of the Taurus zodiac sign. First for Kritika Pada 2, 3 and 4, the first 3 to 4 months will be very tough as Rahu travels in the nakshatra of Sun, and during this time they may face problems in politics. Seniors in a company will have difficulties with the subordinates. They may find some disturbances in the workplace. There will be a lot of health related issues which may creep up during this particular period. After September, some of them will get good opportunities in politics. Some may even win out of elections and get positions also. Those working in a company can get promotions, increments, etc. And so all such positive things can happen after September. The stars in Taurus like Kritika being ruled by Sun and Rohini being ruled by the planet Moon and Mrigashirisha being ruled by the planet Mars, and all these planets come under the roof of Jupiter, which may not get along with the Rahu. And at the same time, as Rahu is very strong at the 12th house Taurus, then the Rahu Ketu and Ketu being at the 6th house of Taurus, the ill effects may not be witnessed, as we can expect some good and positive results also during this period. Even though the nakshatras or stars in the zodiac sign may not get along with the Rahu. For the star Rohini, which implies the interest in arts, music, dance, drama, etc. And so after September, some of them may get good opportunities in film industries. Their name and fame will get exposed to the public. Those who are already in the film industry can get good improvement, may become stars also. The background artists can get good opportunities and get good credits for their work. Those running business on social media can get good support during this period, due to which they can get good amount of money. In case of Mrigashirisha star, where the Lord being Mars and Mars being very strong, and Rahu is also associated with the house of Mars at the 12th house, lot of foreign opportunities can come for those who are in this particular zodiac sign. In the initial period of Rahu Ketu transit, there can be good opportunities for them. Some of them may travel abroad for business or work related purposes. Some of the children may go to foreign countries for higher studies. Some of the elders in this particular zodiac sign may visit foreign countries for tourism or to stay with the children in the foreign countries. All such positive things can happen to travel abroad to different places for those in the zodiac sign Taurus. Some of them may get good support from the elder brothers and sisters also. Those working in army, navy and military forces can find this period suitable for them, and they may get promotions also. Some of the youngsters may show interest in joining the military force during this period. So, for Kritika star of Taurus, we can expect up to 85% positive results, and then Rohini star of Taurus can expect up to 90% positive results, and the Mrigashirisha star of Taurus, we can expect up to 95% positive results during this Rahu Ketu transit.